Colorado's ban on high-capacity gun magazines does not stop people from buying them. Our Marshall Zellinger has been showing us this week that all you do is you buy the pieces and then you put it together at home. Simple stuff. Today, the state Supreme Court considered whether the ban is illegal as well as ineffective.
Even before we found large-capacity magazines still being sold in Colorado gun stores,
it's at your discretion once you walk out the door to how you use it.
The large-capacity magazine ban was challenged in court soon after it took effect in 2013.
Rocky Mountain gun owners versus Jared Polis.
6 years later, that lawsuit reached the Colorado Supreme Court.
What is irrational here about the government saying, if you don't have to reload and you can fire 15 times in a row, the odds of you hurting more people is significantly higher than if you had to stop and reload? What's crazy about that?
The evidence at trial was that 2 had been abused. 2 magazines, not 2 million, 2 magazines had been abused in the state of Colorado. So it's literally the fact that the government is saying if there's a 1 in a million chance that one of these firearm components can be abused by a homicidal maniac, we get to ban them all.
Barry Arrington is the attorney for Rocky Mountain gun owners. He answered questions from the justices on why limiting capacity would violate someone's constitutional right.
If you're going to look at statistics, and they say the odds are so low that no one is going to ever use this for a mass shooting, well, the odds are also low that anyone needs 15 rounds to defend oneself.
Reserve capacity is essential when in a self-defense situation, because even law enforcement statistics show only hit 30% of the time. Citizens are going to hit less than that.
Part of today's hearing focused on what the legislature meant when it defined a large-capacity magazine as designed to be readily converted to accept more than 15 rounds of ammunition.
We sell part kits.
We sell ours as parts kits.
Everything we sell as far as mags are parts kits.
If you walk into a gun store and see 2 bags saying buy this one and put them together yourself, and that's what they tell you, that clearly violates the law.
Not only did the Attorney General's office argue that the current magazine ban is legal in Colorado, Eric Olson also told the state Supreme Court that the parts kits we found in multiple gun stores is not a loophole at all.
A reasonable inference of what the legislature was trying to do was target people who sold in 2 bags what would be illegal to sell together.
It will be months before we get a ruling from the Colorado Supreme Court on the constitutionality of this 6-year-old law. But the Attorney General's office made it clear in court today, Kyle, that what we found is not that loophole, just flat out against the law.
So that's what they say, but I mean, you walked into those gun shops and those folks said, we don't care, we're just going to do it. So I mean, are they actually going to go in there and police it?
The onus would be on the sheriffs and the DAs to file charges in a case like this. So yeah, even if the Supreme Court finds that it's constitutional and you can keep it on the books, and the Attorney General says, no, this is illegal, it still requires enforcement.
I guess there are all kinds of laws that we just choose not to enforce, but interesting. All right, thank you, Marshall.